going on, everyone? It's your man John Resurrection, and we are selling cars like candy bars. Welcome back, everyone, to another confession number 15. And this confession is going to be a little bit different because this time I'm going to do a culmination of different things here. One, I'm going to talk about my experience at the Sequoias and my journey, my experience, and the things that I was reflecting on while I was out there. And then at the very end of all of this confession, I'm going to do a quick fire, which is the new segment to this confessional, where I take a bunch of different questions that you guys have. I'm going to give you one word, one sentence answers just to get through them really quick, because I do appreciate all the comments and all the questions that you guys have, so I wanted to touch as many as possible. But until then, check out my journey to the Sequoia National Park for Father's Day weekend. Roll it! The good old Sequoias, the Sequoia National Park. If you have never been to Sequoia National Park, I recommend it to anyone to go out there, get lost in the woods. It's majestic, it's surreal, it's breathtaking to be able to go into the woods out there, look at the trees that are out there, see how massive they are compared to us standing next to it, and just breathing in the fresh air. No pollution, no noise, no Wi-Fi, no cell phone service, literally just getting lost in the moment. So I recommend that anyone that is looking to reset or refocus, make sure that you go out to Sequoia National Park. Now, speaking of refocusing, a lot of my reflection was about refocusing my mindset and understanding that the first half of the year was a difficult part of the year with everything that was going on. You know, one was losing Kobe Bryant, the other one was with COVID, and the next one was the Black Lives Matter and all the riots and all the protesting that's been going out. Not only that, you're starting to see a lot of political things with the election coming up. So there's a lot of different noise and a lot of different, I don't want to say distractions, but a lot of things that are keeping us occupied and not really focusing our efforts towards our goals. And so we're going to talk about some of those things. I have 4 different steps that we talk about when we're talking about setting the goals, and that making sure that the first half of the year doesn't reflect on the second half of the year. There's plenty of time to do what you need to do to make 2020 an amazing year. So let's get going. Let's start by number 1. Belief. Belief is that first aspect, and being able to reset, refocus, change the mindset on how the rest of 2020 is going to actually end up. See, the first half of 2020 was a difficult time only because it was something that we could not control. The series of events that happened was something that astronomically hurt a lot of people financially, emotionally, mentally. And those things is something that we've finally, at this point, I believe, have gone through. So this second half is something that we have to understand and believe that there is plenty of time and opportunity and chances for us to make sure that 2020 is still a stellar year. But it starts with you. It starts with here. It starts with here. That understanding and believing in yourself that things are going to happen. One of the greatest quotes that I still live by till this day was, "As you believe, you will achieve." I still live by that till this day. And because of the first half of this year, it will never determine on how I'm going to end up the rest of this 2020. It's just like any sporting event that happens. It's not how you start, how you do in the middle, but how you end the game. So where do we go from here? After we've changed the mindsets and the beliefs for our team members and for ourselves, let's start by writing them down. Now, I know this sounds very elementary as far as getting your team and yourself to start writing things down, but being able to visualize what you guys are set to do as far as goals concerned. This is where you can start holding each other accountable. When you start writing it down, you are visually seeing where you need to go in order to achieve those goals. And then after you've written them down, how are you breaking it down to the simplest form? See, now that we have 6 months left, what are you going to do on the 6th month, the 5th month, the 4th month, the 3rd, 2nd, 1 month left? What are you actually going to do? Now, when you look at it in a perspective of a salesperson or even on a management level, 6 months seems like a very long time, and the numbers and the goals that you are planned to do seem astronomical, to where you won't start to believe the goals that you have set for yourself. But when you start breaking that 1 month into weeks, and those weeks into days, and those days into hours, minutes, and seconds, what are you doing to actually achieve that goal? See, when we start doing things like right now, when we're consuming content, learning to get better, being able to consume content from other different avenues and applying those things on a daily basis, on a second to minute to hour basis, you can start to see your vision becoming extremely more clear and easier to obtain. And finally, the ability to refocus, reset, changing the mindset. The only thing left for the management team, the sales team, and anyone that's watching this right now that's looking to achieve great results in the shorter period of time within 6 months that we have left is just put in the work. I've said it so many times and it sounds so elementary, but still to this day, a lot of you are still twiddling your thumb. You're still picking up the joystick to play Fortnite or Call of Duty till the wee hours of the night, when you should be consuming content, when you should be learning to try to get better, understanding what all these different things that are, these current events that are happening, how they actually affect your business and how do you overcome them. Just put in the work. I promise you that whatever you guys have set for goals, and whatever you're looking to achieve, it can happen with just do the work. And now that we finished with the confessionals, we're going to end this session with a bang, and that bang is the quick fire. Quick fire is a culmination of questions that you guys had, that you've been sending me, DMing me, texting, phone calls, emails, of all the questions that you had. But this time I'm going to do the question. I'm going to answer it with one word or one sentence. I'll try to stay away from going and elaborating too much into it, because that's not what a quick fire is about. So here we go with number one. Number one is, what do you miss most about the dealer side? Friday morning meetings, pump-up sessions. If you were able to go back to selling cars like candy bars, what would you sell? I'm going to have to go with Ford. Ford equals gross, gross equals Ford. What brand do you think is the most innovative? This is the debate, but I'm going to have to go with Tesla. What brand should we be keeping an eye on currently right now? I just got introduced to this one, so I'm going to have to go with Karma. What app do you use to edit photos and videos? Photofox or Photoleap if I'm on the go, quick and easy. If I want to upgrade, you can upgrade as far as paid service. What is the easiest editing tool when creating movie contents? If you have an Apple or a Mac, I would say iMovie is very simple, very easy. Top 5 apps on the cell phone currently. If you know me by now, social media, that's what my top 5 is. It's going to be Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, no particular order, but that's my top 5. That's what I see the second I open my phone. What should dealers look into more when looking to spend for marketing? CTV. If you got dope content, you might as well put it on CTV. There you have it, folks. Quick fire, 10 questions, 10 quick answers. Thank you again, everyone that's been commenting and leaving messages for me on questions that they may have. Keep putting it in there. I'll make sure that I keep answering them. And this quick fire, hopefully you like this version too. As I do, you ask it and I give my 2 cents. But like always, if you guys can't figure out the solution, let MXS Solutions figure it out. But like always, keep selling cars like candy bars. Right?